The development of a really good marriage is not a natural process. It is an achievement. Before my husband and I got married, we had many of our family members, as well as many spiritual leaders, trying to convince us to participate in premarital counseling. But we kept putting it off, and we never actually went through with it because we simply felt like we did not need it. Our thought process was that we knew we were in love, and we knew that we got along well, so how hard could it be to make a marriage work? However, it wasn't long after we got married that we began to realize that it would have been a good idea to go through with the counseling. We began facing many issues such as communication issues and financial issues, as well as many smaller issues that we felt we could have dealt with better if we would have gone along with the counseling. So after we realized this, we did seek a counselor and we began counseling, and it has been very beneficial to our relationship. And I also did some research myself to find some books that my husband and I could read together to help us get along with our marriage and deal with our issues better. And I found 2 books that have been very beneficial to us. And one of them is titled The Premarital Counseling Handbook. And this was written by Dr. H. Norman Wright, who has been married for 49 years himself, and he is also a licensed marriage and family therapist. And he really knows what he's talking about, and he gives a lot of great advice on what to do before you get married to prepare for all of the issues that you will deal with while married. And the other book is titled Saving Your Marriage Before It Starts. And this is my husband and I's personal favorite. It is written by a couple who has been married for many years. Their names are Drs. Les and Leslie Parrott. And they designed this book specifically for today's couples. And that is what really appealed to us about this book. And in the book, they tell how to deal with all the issues in a marriage. And the book also tells why premarital counseling is so beneficial. I also came across a website titled www.yourtango.com. And on this website is a list of 11 reasons that premarital counseling is so beneficial to a marriage. Now, I don't have time to talk about all 11 reasons, so I picked out 4 reasons that stuck out most to me and that I feel are most important. And number 1 is that you and your spouse will gain foresight on issues that may or may not arise in the future. And by gaining this foresight, you and your spouse will be able to talk about what you will do when the problems arise, and you will be able to handle the issues in a productive manner. The second reason is that you will benefit from the wisdom of the counselor. Most counselors have either already been married for many years themselves, or they are experts in the area of marriage, and it never hurts to get word from the wise. The third reason is that no marriage is immune to problems. Every couple is going to face issues, whether they be big or small, and it is better to be prepared to handle those issues in a productive manner than for your marriage to end in a divorce. And the fourth reason, and the one that I feel is most important, is that you and your spouse will learn valuable communication skills. This is the area that my husband and myself have had the most trouble with, because I have always been someone who likes to bottle up my feelings, and I also never wanted to nag my husband. So I would hold everything inside, and then one little thing would set me off, and we would have a huge argument. And by participating in counseling, I have learned to go ahead and let my husband know what I'm feeling, and I also found that that is all he wanted all along. So as much as we would all like to believe that fairy tales exist, the simple fact is that they do not. Every couple in every marriage is going to go through troubles, and is going to have problems. So I encourage you today, if you plan on getting married in the near future or anytime down the road, you and your spouse do some research and find someone that you feel you can confide in and someone that you trust to give you advice on how to have a successful marriage. And remember, the development of a good marriage is not a natural process. It is an achievement.